good evening,
No,
everyone.
when
What
to
was that,
pull you
Joe?
close. A little advert started playing on the live stream.
Oh, was it?
know what's going on.
I'll probably get demonetized because of that.
Yeah, it's your adverts. Now you've made it the big time. Now you made the big time. You've got adverts all over your channel.
Big time. Yeah. Okay.
Good evening, gents.
Yeah, good
evening.
Evening.
Oh, God.
So how are we doing?
Not bad, mate. Not bad.
If I've been
How are you, Jay?
I feel like death, mate, to be honest. I feel terrible, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Take the limelight. I feel like death, says Joe.
Well, not death. That's extreme.
That's what you said, though.
I've got a croaky voice. That's
right.
That's, yeah. But apart from that, it's good. It's Friday. Bit of Reef in chat. See the people in the chat as well. Yeah, it's all good. Looking forward to it.
Is this you got a croaky throat because you got to go back to work next week?
Yeah, a bit of sickness coming on. I can feel it. Yeah, you know the game. I've only had 2 weeks off. I need a bit longer.
I know. As a teacher, you need more. Really.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough, is it, Steve? It's not enough, mate.
Tell you what, hard life you've got, mate. I feel sorry for you. Really do, mate. Yeah.
It's hard work teaching teenagers.
I'm sure it is, mate.
I mean, did you not see the exam answer that I sent you? It's hard work. some of the stuff they write is incredible. It's funny.
I blame the teachers. To be fair, everyone else blames the teachers. Why not me?
You can't get staff nowadays in anything, can you? That's the problem.
That is
COVID ruined the world. Anyway,
it has.
Yeah,
it has. Yeah. So Steve, you've been working this week, I assume.
Well,
yeah, mate. Yeah, back in work. Hey, I tell you what, I'd rather teach an unruly bunch of teenagers. You can jobs. We'll swap jobs for the day, mate. You can take the
you're never
around Manchester, my friend, and we'll see where we go. I'm sure you'll want your job. You've been begging me to have your job back.
You get paid to sit down, you do. That's it. Sit down around Manchester. That's your job. Brilliant.
I can't talk because I get paid to sit down at home.
Well, yeah, even that's it. I mean, that's even easier.
What a job. Yeah. I mean, what a job that is. So you just roll. I bet you don't even get changed half the time, do you? You bet you think you put SpongeBob SquarePants pajamas and all that, mate, and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can see you, can they?
I put a shirt and a tie on, and then that's it. Sorry, that's a horrible thought for a Friday evening.
That's it. When he gets up, mate,
a bare backside walking away.
Shine up the day.
Oh dear.
Well,
I think as always.
Good to see you, James.
I know, absolutely, mate, as always.
Right, let's go through to see who's knocking around, and then there's a couple of things I want to talk about tonight. But right, let's start. So who we got in the house? First of all was Tony of the Close. So
yes,
good evening to you.
Evening, Tony.
Hiya, Hayley, our resident admin who just keeps an eye. Push button, Reef. Good evening to you.
I love that photograph.
Evening.
I love that.
I know, I love them.
Yeah,
cowfish.
Cowfish.
Yeah, the cowfish ones.
Is it? What's the smaller one called? What's the smaller one called?
A calffish. A calffish.
Cowfish.
No, it's not. Not a calffish. What are they called? The little ones.
A little one. I got no idea.
The little box fish, aren't they?
Box fish. That's the one. The box fish. Cool little creatures, aren't they? But I mean, they're a bit of a nightmare if you've got a wave maker, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the cowfish, aren't they? That's the cowfish, and then you've got the box fish, which is the spotty one in it, which looks like a square. Well, obviously the square, which looks like a boxer.
Yeah, you should get one. I mean, you're looking for some little fish.
Honestly, mate, because when I first set up my tank, and I was like new into the hobby and all that, I went to quite a well-known aquarium shop, and I was called one of them. I'm not going to mention it, but I'm sure I've mentioned it a few times. And sorry, I didn't go. My missus went to surprise me and to get me a fish, and then lo and behold, she said, "I've got you a fish here." I was like, I was like, "Oh, mate!" She surprised me, because I just set it up and all that in my little 170. I was like, "Oh, fantastic!" And then lo and behold, it was one of those box fishes, which I never knew was poisonous, mate. And if they died, it can nuke your tank out because they release a toxin in the water. Major, mate.
Wow.
They can get, yeah, they're
Well,
really.
they are going to die inevitably, aren't they? You know, they're not going to last forever. So the minute it dies, you've just got to be there to get it out.
You're supposed to take them out. They release a toxin, I believe. Or if they get stressed as well. You know, if they get stressed as well, I believe that can happen as well. So, mate, yeah, I was like, what in the hell? Selling me. My missus said, yeah, I told him you was new to the hobby, and yeah, that's what I got sold, mate. So
it's not good, is
took
it?
it back, but they are good, but they're not very good swimmers, you see. So you want something with a medium flow, you know, and a nice flow, a gentle flow, because they're not very good at swimming, to be honest.
Well,
so yeah, but
it's not a good shape, is it? It's not a box. It's not
really.
most dynamic.
It's not streamlined, is it? It's not streamlined.
You shouldn't really be able to swim. That's the frustration with this hobby. Some of the coolest things you just can't have, really. They don't survive playing aquariums, do they? You remember that time when I had to make aquatics, and I'm like, oh, I really want one of these. And I sent you guys a picture of the garden eels.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, get the garden eels, get the garden eels. And Ross was like, yeah, you need to get that, Jay. That'll look ace in your tank. And I was just like, I need to do some research before I do this. Your eagerness to buy it put me off as well. You were like too keen for me to buy it. So I'm like, I'm just going to go and do a bit of research. Turns out it needs 6 inches of sand. I'm like, where's it going to get? No way, isn't it? Sand, water, sand.
I've got a sand tank.
I know, yeah. I mean, but they are cool, aren't they? Garden eels.
They do look good.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah.
Lovely creatures.
Right.
Anyway, back on to that.
But to be fair, though, about doing your research, and don't always get palmed off by what they say in shops. Yeah. Because what you could get is totally inappropriate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Always go away and just don't buy it there and then. Just go away, do a bit of research.
Yeah.
Ask supportive friends, not ones that are going to wind you up.
Well, I blame Ross for that. He's not here, so we can blame Ross.
Ross was the ringleader of that. I nearly ended up with a garden eel, to be fair. And that would have been wrong for the garden eel. That'd have been completely wrong. They'd be like, where am I supposed to bury myself in here? in a centimetre of sand. Jesus. I know. But anyway, do research, absolutely.
Is that your tip of the day,
Jack? It's in. It's early. It's
the first one we've had this year.
I've given out more tips than that, I'm sure.
Can anyone remember any
I'll give you another
tips?
tip. Don't bloody buy a GoPro because they're a pain in the ass. Don't buy a GoPro.
Oh yeah, been having issues, haven't you?
Oh mate.
So what's
I wish I was like you.
What happened to the GoPro then?
Oh, for God's sake.
You just point and play, didn't you? Or point and record, and that's it.
You're supposed to. Well, yeah, in theory, if you look at the adverts, or that's what's supposed to happen. But in reality, when you make YouTube videos, you know what it's like. It just never goes to plan, does it? So I've always used my GoPro. I like it. It's kind of what I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
I set out all the kit for the video, and then I started filming like the first scenes of the video, and the GoPro went, to use this device, you must format the SD card, and you'll lose all your footage. And I'm like, you are joking, right? So I lost all my intro bit to the video, and then the formatting thing was going on for about an hour and a half, and I'm like, forget this, I'm going to do something else. So I don't know. I used 2 separate SD cards as well, and I was going to throw it out the window.
Yeah, because I have a GoPro, and like you said, once it's formatted, because obviously the space on your feed, there's no space, then you need to format it. Your SD card. That's what I'm saying, and that's the only reason when I've had it, it's because there's been lack of space on the on the SD card, and it says you need to format it because say if I was filming in 4K or something, then obviously it's not got enough space to film it. And then it says you need to format it, and then like you said, it loses all of whatever's on the card. Well, then I just usually just download whatever I filmed on my PC, and then edit that, and then film it again. Do you know what I mean? Whatever I need to film. But yeah, it doesn't take an hour and a half. No chance. It shouldn't take an hour and a half anyway.
Mate, it was basically playing up. That's why it should take 5 seconds. It said.
Yeah.
It
should take. Yeah.
But every time I film on my phone, if I film something on my phone on YouTube, I always get them like black bands down the side of my video, and I hate that. I like
You're not filming it right then. I always film all of mine on my phone now. All of it, everything.
You're professional, yours, though, now. You know what you're doing.
No, mate. No.
You do.
You're talking about me now, mate.
You're firing out videos, Steve. You've got one every... I can't keep up with your channel anymore, mate. There's one every 4 days. It's good. It's really good.
Mate. Every Sunday, yeah. Every Sunday. I'm trying to keep it up. Try to do one every Sunday now. You know what I mean? Just to try and, keep my mind focused. It's not easy, mate. And like you said, the hardest thing is editing it. You don't think the amount of times, because sometimes you trim things and then you've got to edit and then you shove something into it and then you... Oh, mate, it's a nightmare. That's the hardest thing I find, doing it. Filming it is all right, you know what I mean? Yeah. I might take an hour and a bit to film something that I need, like a 15 minute.
The editing's about 5 hours. It's ridiculous. And the upload to YouTube takes forever.
Yeah.
That's the thing is the editing. Fun, but I set aside like 6 hours today, and because I'd wasted 2 hours practicing around with the GoPro, I just thought I can't waste any more time on this. I'll do it on Sunday. So hopefully I'll get a video on Sunday recording stuff. But
for sure.
Right, we'll get through the evening, guys, in a minute. Like evening, good evening,
NK Reefer.
Right, moving on. So evening, John. I do like that picture of the copper band.
Evening, John.
Yeah, picture.
Beautiful.
Darren's in the house. Good evening to you.
Evening, Darren.
Rigsy is in UK M120. Good evening
All
to
the
you.
Usual troublemakers.
Yeah, Reef 216.
Have you got a cup of tea or a beer for this one?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Stuart. Colette is in the house. Good evening to you, Colette. The exotic shark is here. So good evening to you.
Exotic shark.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That is pretty cool.
Yeah. Hiya, Russell. Good evening to you. Marek
evening
as well.
Evening, mate.
NB Reefing. Phil's in from Coral Essentials. I've been exchanging with Phil the last 2 or 3 days. So Coral Essentials are going to be at Love to Reef as well. So they
are they a new edition, are they?
Yeah, it's only the last day. So that'll be 13 vendors we've got, and then we might do another. And that would be the final one. So get no more room left in the hall. The room must be at least 3 or 4 times it was before at the last one.
Wow.
And yeah, I measured it out and realised I haven't got much room. So we've got one more that's just waiting for confirmation. And if all that happens, then we'll have, even if that one doesn't happen, we'll still have a full house. But I've got just about enough room to squeeze one other vendor in.
You've done an incredible job there, Paul. Really good.
Absolutely.
We'll see. But hopefully it'll be okay.
Is it a sellout or
it will be.
Is there still tickets? Or?
It's still tickets. It's the same as last time, whereby trying to track people down, trying to get people to pay their money, all that kind of stuff. And then the last one.
I mean, £17 is a bit steep, like, but
I knew you would say that. Yeah.
Can we have a concession for Northerners because it's a bit pricey?
Yeah, 25.
25.
That's a toll to let you round the M25.
No, I'm only joking. What was it last year? Was it 15?
12.
And it was like so good. It's a full day out for £12. You can't complain about it.
And this one's a little bit longer. The last time it was supposed to be 2 hours and it ended up being 3 hours. This one is 4.5? No, 5.5. What's that? 10:30 to 3 o'clock. So that's 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So what will probably happen is sold most of the tickets. I've got a whole list of people that said they're coming. Yeah. I haven't paid yet. So I don't count it until they pay because you never know what's going to happen. So
get the bailiffs out.
I'll carry on selling until they're all sold and paid for. So some people miss out and some people miss out. What can you do? But
would you sell tickets on the day? No.
It's too much hassle. So people are saying, would you sell on the day? Yeah. And I said no, because one, I need the money in before because I've got a lot to pay out for. So that's
pay everybody.
And secondly, you then don't know who's going to turn up, who's not going to turn up. So it's more aggro that way. So I'd rather just you pay in advance. You can't buy on the day.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's done and dusted. I know exactly who's coming, what's happening, bloody, bloody, blah. So that's what's going to happen. But it's from a vendor point of view, we've got a full house. And as I say, got one more that potentially could be there, and then it's a case of selling the rest of the tickets. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, so...
And that's the right thing to do as well. You need to focus on the event and everything rather than messing about with tickets on the day.
Well, I do. So that's kind of who's there so far. So just take that comment off. So that's all 12, and then I haven't updated yet for Coral Essentials. So we've got some half decent brands there in terms of UK.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm really pleased. And I think I said last week, Reef Factory should be bringing along their what's it called?
Yeah,
you know what I mean, don't you?
Those three at the top, the companies they are.
Smart Tester. Smart Tester, isn't it?
So they're going to have one of those there, whether they're out or not, because I've now seen they're going to be launched in May or June. So it could be they're not out yet, and then it'll be probably the first time someone's seen it in the UK.
Yeah.
So yeah, got some decent brands there. We've got the giveaway to Mind. So I'm just pulling in all of the giveaways at the moment. So I'm hoping next week. So far we've got about $1,000's worth of gear that's part of the giveaway. So I'm really pleased with what's happened on that side, and there's still a couple I need to sort out. So
make sure you set that raffle up again. That was good, that raffle. I enjoyed that one.
I think so. Yeah. So I just got a couple more things and some people to tap up and stuff like that. So so far so good. And I didn't then go buy the bits.
Oh, it looks great, mate.
I need for it. So
I've got a pre-order in anyway. I've already ordered something from AAC.
Oh, have you?
Well, yeah. I'm hoping he can get hold of one. But yeah, I've ordered something. Yeah.
So you ordered a fish then, have you?
No, I've ordered a coral.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I need to do a bit more research on it, but I think it looks good. It's so you know sun corals.
Yeah.
One of those for my this big cave here.
Yeah.
There, where my urchin is.
Yeah.
Let's get out. Let's have a little look here. So it's a bit dark and gloomy in there, look.
Yeah.
So I think that is like the prime spot there for a sun coral.
That look good.
It'll look good in there, won't it? There.
Yeah.
There, that area. I haven't cleaned my tank.
Yeah, nice.
I haven't cleaned my tank, guys, so it's a bit greener. It's a bit green up here, but never mind. It's always a bit of algae, isn't there? And I've got my white. I've got my white lights on as well. But yeah. So I've ordered a sun coral.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
They're really nice. They are. You just got to learn. You just got to get the timing right in terms of when to feed them, and then that triggers a reaction, and then they come out and stuff like that.
Because they only come out when they feed. Is that right? I've done a lot.
It's not the only time, but sometimes that can trigger it.
Yeah.
So you just get into a routine, and once they're in that routine, then they'll start flowering on their own.
I saw it first, on the Kraken website. Kraken had one or two, and I was like, you know what? That looks a bit Gonny-like in terms of its appearance.
Yeah,
and it's super bright orange. But then it said, it likes to be in shade or in like under an overhang or in a cave. And I was like, that is perfect. I've got this massive void in my tank, the cave where that would fit like beautifully well. The only thing is, I know you have to like spot feed it, don't you? But if anybody's got a sun coral in the chat, let me know. Any tips, advice? Would you get one? But yeah, I've asked Paul if he can get hold of me a sun coral for that for that game.
The only thing you got to watch is if you're target feeding. Does that mean you feed more than what you're doing at the moment? Because of course, if you're feeding more than what you do at the moment, then you're going to then put some nutrients into the tank. So that's the only thing you might have to watch. If you think that you're going to target feed, say mysis, and of course some of that will stick, and some else will go in the rest of the tank, and the rest of the fish will take it, then you're not actually then going to feed anymore. So it's like anything; it's just getting that into the routine, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got to think about how best to do it. I feed like lobster eggs and stuff like that, like really fine foods. Yeah. And I'll just spot feed it with that. The same as I do with my other corals. I just kind of spray it on top of them. Yeah. With a bit of lobster. Yeah. Just seem to like that little tiny.
So it's worth looking to see what food. So I don't know if they take anything or whether it's meaty food or algae based. I don't know enough about it.
Mysis, I think, is one of them. But I need to do a bit more reading around it. But I'm excited. But hopefully Paul can sort me out. He's going to try his best anyway. So.
They're a bit different, wouldn't it? Because I'm looking at your tank in the moment. I'm just thinking, because they are bright orange, just in the space where it's dark, they'll just brighten up that space, won't it?
Yeah, where the urchin's gone to work. Look, there you go. He's over there. They're such a brilliant little creature there.
Right, so that sounds really good. Let's see, where was I? I've lost exactly where I was. There we go. NG Reef, good evening to you.
We're still doing the red.
We are. It's the longest hello in history.
The people that said hello have probably just logged off now.
They probably have, yeah. So simple, silent reefer. That's a mouthful. Good evening to you. The zoo.
Look, we're making a reef tank silent as well. I think that's an impossible task. Like you'd never want one in a bedroom, would you?
I would definitely not have a tank in a bedroom.
You know what? My missus, we're doing our bedroom up, yeah.
Yeah.
We're saving up, yeah, because the bedroom that my missus wants is like, I'm not even going to mention price of it. Yeah,
it's in a different house.
No, in this house, but it's a hell of a lot of freaking money, mate. Yeah. So anyway, and she said, you know what would be nice? And I went, and I was like, what would be nice? She went, like a nice little tank in the bedroom.
No,
and I was like,
really?
I can't even. I can't even sleep with me snoring next to you when you're snoring, let alone with a tank in the bedroom inside of it. You got no chance of that, mate. What's all that? No. I said no. No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Oh, that'd be tough.
I mean, granted, I do watch like the TV, you know, in my bedroom. Yeah, I do watch the TV in my bedroom. I've got a TV. I've got a TV bed. You know where the TV comes out of the bed at the headrest at the bottom.
That's posh.
So I've got one of them, so it just comes up and all that, and then you press the button, and then you press the button. It's not as posh as Paul's garage. Nothing could be as posh as that, mate. But yeah, and you can put it down and all that, you know, the TV.
No one else has that, apart from like 5-star hotels, and like you don't see that. It's posh, guys, mate. You are posh.
Oh, is it posh? Isn't it posh? I'm posh. I'm from Manchester, mate. Come on now. No offense to anybody from Manchester. Yeah, you know, obviously. No. Just
in the bedroom.
She said, you know, just like so nice. I was thinking, yeah, you know, like maybe something small, you know, small, yeah, but like when maybe, you know, do it biologically, so all things without a skimming and all that in it, you know what I mean, and stuff. So you know, first I've got enough bio balls and bio blocks in my tank that I should seed enough, you know what I mean. So I'm hoping, and I'm not gonna listen. It's not gonna be a mixed reef. It's gonna be like a little. Yeah, it's just going to be like a little. It's just going to be like a little thing, mate. Just a little tank. So I said, well, you know what? Maybe we'll see. Well, I'll have to figure it out, but I'm not going to go big, and it's not going to be. It'll be small. It'll be small, like 60 litres.
It's a bit 60 litres. You know, something simple. Bedroom, isn't it? Really?
I wouldn't have a tank in the bedroom. I think it'd be a nightmare.
I know what she's saying, because she's. I mean, she does look. She likes the blue. She said, "Oh, we can have it all, you know, like with the blue." And you know what? Fair play. She tried to persuade me. I was like, right, okay. You don't need to persuade me, but I was like, I don't think I would sleep. You know what I mean?
Let's have a poll. Would you have a reef tank in your main bedroom?
Right.
I tell you what. I bet a few people would. You know. I bet some people would have done it.
It's a bit like, I think it's a bit off-putting.
What?
And what do you mean? You're going to be hearing it like buzzing and.
Do you watch TV in your bedroom?
Yeah, but then it's off. When I go to sleep, the tank runs all night.
Yeah, but sometimes do you fall asleep with your TV on?
Yeah, and what about when you want to get romantic as well?
You can still fall asleep. No, and the clownfish looking at you, mate.
Exactly.
I don't think that's nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
This is too much information.
You just like, look away. What's going on, Steve? Anyway, I think the answer to this one would be no, but I could be wrong. It's only
be interesting. Be interested to see.
Would you set up a fish?
Right. So the poll is live.
Yeah.
No.
So at the moment, we've got 65% no, 35% yes.
Have you ended it already? You can't end it already.
No, I haven't ended it. I don't think
Yeah, Steve's not even voted yet.
No, I haven't ended it. It's still going.
Let it run. Let it run.
I'll let it run for a couple of minutes, and then someone can remind me to come back to it because I'll probably forget. I tell you what, you could do. You could alternatively just hang a radium from the ceiling. You got blue light then.
Yeah, if it's the light you want, you don't have to have the fish.
Yeah, just the light.
Too expensive. Too expensive that, mate. I've already got a TV bed. I'm not paying for a new radio as well to go hang on the chandelier, mate. But no chance.
AI Prime. There we go. Stick
You can get the aquarium in the TV bed, and then at least you could put it away at night when you don't want to look at it.
Hey, I would. I don't know, mate. We'll see.
Too much brass you've got, Steve. Too much brass.
Yeah, stick the tank in the kitchen. You was going to put one in the kitchen, weren't you?
Yeah, I thought you had it in the kitchen.
No. That was a flag tank. That was a flag tank. Yeah, that's a flag tank, mate. Yeah.
We'll make sure it's not too high for the dog as well. Because remember, you had
definitely something I'm looking into, mate. You know what I mean? To be honest, is a flag. I need a flag tank because the amount of waste that I've been throwing out of my tank, mate, is just. And you know what? I feel like crying. Seriously, you know, like sometimes, like the amount of, I'm not exaggerating, mate. Like I'm snapping them. It's all live coral, yeah, and I'm breaking them, and then I've got nowhere to put them. You know what I mean?
Frag them, so they go in the bin. LFS and just give them to them.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but people don't want, you know, like Stylopoda and Ceratopia and stuff like that. And, I mean, some people do want like Maya. I've got a Maya guitar there, mate. Yeah, it's like a little mini colony, mate. It's like a little mini colony. You know what I mean? That needs to be fragged. It's massive. It's a big chunk. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna throw that, but I think Carl might want it. You know, Carl. I think he said he might have it, so I'll take it down to there. So to love to read it, and like I said, give it a few people. Just going to be bits and bobs, mate. Just take them and
You definitely need a frag tank.
Make sure your next tank is higher than the dog height, remember? Because you remember that excuse, Paul, that he gave for the running, the Pico challenge, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my dog
demolished
it off for some rubbish like that." Remember that one?
I do, but I can't say much about that, can I?
Well,
no, got a minute. No, that was different. That was on the side where the actual electric thing is. You know, the monitor thing. Yeah, is in there. You know, the electric.
It's the
gas
cupboard.
supply thing. Yeah. The cupboard,
yeah.
And that's probably about no higher than what, maybe 3 foot. So that 3 foot, mate, yeah. And my dog's a 9 stone French bull Mastiff, and he jumped and put the chair is near the window, and this dopey bleep, yeah, jumped up because somebody walked past the thing, the blinds were open, and mate, he jumped up and knocked it over. Yeah, so yeah.
Right.
A 9 stone dog on a Pico is not very good, mate. Yeah,
I'm gonna come back to the poll in a minute, but there's a few comments. I'm just gonna skip ahead. So there you go. I have a TV bed, pops up from front ball.
Yeah.
I didn't realise we're now reviewing TV. We've gone from tanks in the bedroom to TVs. Okay.
Well, he must have a big lorry to fit that in. That's all I can say.
Exotic Shark says I do. Does that mean he does have a TV or he has a tank? Not too sure.
He's either got a TV bed or a tank in his bedroom. One or two.
Yeah. There you go. Too loud.
Too loud. I've had tanks in the bedroom.
You get used to the noise.
Yeah. Fair play.
I can see you getting used to the noise. That's true, actually. But what about all the light and stuff, though? And
hey, come on, what's going on here? Look, I've got my flipper there. He's got one in his bedroom, mate. Fair play.
What's going on? Is this a thing? Is this actually a thing that's going on?
I want a tank in the bedroom to try out Mrs. Snow.
Yeah, it's possible, mate. It's possible.
I've been watching it over the TV.
How's the poll getting on? Where's the poll gone?
A minute. I'll get to the poll in a minute.
All right. I'm just intrigued.
Yeah.
Right.
But it seems to be a thing, this bedroom.
Yeah, light in the bedroom, people will think you're growing weed.
Yeah, true. I'll probably get the police bursting through my door, mate, to be honest. Around where I live.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea.
A Cheeto red light in the bedroom. That's got to be a
no.
You have people knocking on the door, wouldn't you? Can I see the fish tank?
Yeah.
Knocking. There's Paul coming for his money for the Love to Reef. That's where he'll be knocking.
Oh,
Yeah, true. True.
I've got one in the bedroom. I'm assuming.
Oh my God, this is the thing. What are these people doing?
Okay.
My opinion is
my first fish tank was in the bedroom for years when I still lived at my parents. I kind of get that. Yeah.
Like if I was a student and I was in like halls or whatever, obviously, but I don't know.
Do you not watch Coddle? Do you not watch Coddle 12G? Do you not watch him? He's had figures in it. He had loads in his bedroom, mate, right next to his bed. I won't be having it right next to my bed, mate. Don't get me wrong. It'll be on the side, but if I did have one,
I only watch YouTube.
Right. So going back to the poll, we got
right. Come on, this can't be happening.
41% said yes.
Wow, that is
59% said no. So even though the eyes go to the no, I would say that's more people than I thought.
That is way more than I thought. That shocked me. That shocked me.
There we go.
Because most of the time in the bed. I'm only really in the bedroom to sleep. I don't really hang around in there. You want to be able to be awake and enjoy it, don't you? What are you laughing at?
Don't awaken.
Well, no, I can see like a kitchen, living room, an office. That's where you spend most of your time, isn't it? That's where I spend most of my time.
I suppose. Yeah, but your tank is in your office, yeah? Out of your whole day, how long do you actually spend this 24 hours a day? How long are you spending there?
Yeah, I think the best room in the house is probably your living room, isn't it, really? That's where you really
no doubt. You don't come in after work, do you? Walk past your missus, say, I'll see you in a bit, love, yeah? Walk up your stairs and sit in your office and look at your tank, do you?
No, I go to the garage.
Paul goes to his garage, gets the champagne flute off Jeeves, yeah, right for his shaggy mug, yeah, and then turns his heating on. So that's what Paul does, mate. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we don't have that luxury, Paul. You know what I mean?
Kitchen diner, that's a place to have it, really.
Yeah.
Kitchen diner, yeah. I agree. Yeah, if you've got a kitchen diner, I think you're perfect. You know, or like you said, or an open plan. You know, all open plan or something. You could put like a peninsula or something. That'd be beautiful, mate.
Yeah,
that looks stunning.
That would look very nice.
I told my dad actually. My dad's got a decent size house. You know, a big size house, and he's got a wall there with a thing. And I went, that wall, mate, would be coming out. Yeah, that wall would be coming out and a tank would be going there. It must be, his living room must be like 30 foot long, but it's got two parallel, at the side of each other. So it's got one living room where the dining area is in the kitchen, and then it's got and then there's an archway with a wall that goes into his living room. And I was like, that wall will be coming out, mate, and a big fish tank, and it'll be like a wall divider, big fish tank in the centre. It looks
stunning. That looks amazing.
My dad, he always loves my tank. He loves my tank. He does love my tank. Don't get me wrong. And he's like, he does well with it. But he said he just wouldn't have the patience. My dad just wouldn't have the patience for it. You know what I mean? He's like, no chance.
So it does,
he said I just couldn't have it.
Take time, doesn't it? I like when they use the tank to divide the room up.
Yeah.
Like
that's
what I mean, isn't it? Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. Right,
yeah, they look fantastic.
I'll come back to the questions because there's quite a few comments in here.
The
problem is Jay hasn't done a video in so long. The GoPro only ran on Windows XP.
Oh, cheers, Howard. You know what? I was looking forward to catching up with you at Love to Reef.
There's one about dimensions. You can set the dimensions to 16:9 for wide angle.
Yeah,
YouTube
16.9.
Yeah.
That's how you do it then. How do I do it on the bloody Google phone? I don't know.
You work it out while I go through the hellos. I'm still doing the hellos.
I'll do it another time. 16.9. Right.
Johnny says hello. So hi, Johnny.
16.9. Evening, Johnny.
Hi, evening, Johnny.
And then Colette saying excited for Love to Reef. Looking forward to seeing everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Phil says can't wait either.
That'll be good.
And more space. Yeah, so Johnny, you've got more space, I think. Just about. Should be good to meet everyone. Yeah, absolutely. My snails are sponging. And then there's Finest Fest. Is anyone going to that? Are you going to that, guys? So that's at the end of the month, isn't it?
Yes, 29. Is it a 29th for the 30th? Is it something like that? Is it? I think 29th, 30th. Yeah, I think I might be able to make one of them. I might be able to make one of the days. I'm sure I'm working the Saturday, but I might be able to make Sunday. Yeah, so yeah. I'll probably if I can, I will do.
Yeah, I think Ross said he might be going on the Sunday. I think.
I might be able to go.
Who's Ross? Who is
I know. Where is Ross? Oh, there's going to be a comment in a minute. Where's Ross?
Don't start that. Don't start that. God knows where he is.
Right, there's a comment about sun coral.
Right, let's have a look. Personally, I'd avoid it. They are non-photosynthetic. I've read that. You need a lot of nutrients. Yeah, tank specialist more. Yeah, fair point. That is, Scott.
To maintain water.
I'm gonna have to have a little look. Just keep an eye on my nutrients. If it don't work, then I'll just have to sell it to Steve.
Don't sell it to me, mate. I've got no nutrients in the tank, mate. Mine's gone crazy. Literally mad, mate. I don't know what's happening.
So what's happened to your nutrients then, Steve? What, going down?
I don't know, mate. I mean, yeah, they're going down. I mean, those chromas, as we know, like they obviously in the guide and stuff, and I've been having issues getting this tang out of my tank, you know what I mean, and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, so it's things, but the nutrients just seem to have like plummeted, you know what I mean. But bear in mind, I've got what, 6 fish in here, you know what I mean, in a 350.
Not a lot,
and 3 of those
not
fish,
a lot, is it at all?
It's tiny, but 3 of those fish is tiny, mate. You know what I mean? Exactly. So if you think about it, I've got a mandarin that's tiny, yeah. I've got the what's it called? The 6-line wrasse that is tiny. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I've got the what's it called? The what's his name? No, the cardinal, Bangai cardinal. Yeah. That's it. And then I've got the tang, and then I've got the pair of clownfish. That's it. You know what I mean? So like my nutrients. I mean, granted, when I had the other fish, when I had the fox face, and then I had the others, the nutrients always stayed about 10 ppm. You know what I mean? 12 ppm, which was bang on. Now they've gone to like 3 ppm, and now I don't eat and feed in the tank every solitary day. Every solitary day now, mate. You know what I mean? I'm dosing. I'm putting now. Excuse me, when I used to put in, like, say, the reef roids and stuff, the nutrients, especially phosphate, used to rise really high, really go up, dead quick. Now I'm dosing this the Corals Essential Power Food, which, by the way, the corals absolutely love, There's no nutrients in them, so it doesn't raise phosphates, don't raise nitrates. So it's not like dosing reef roids, do you know what I mean? Where you could get it up if you wanted it to. It's nothing like that. So now I'm feeding the tank with my food that I made. I know what's in the food, and it's only staying at 3 ppm, mate. So it's like, what the hell? I need some fish in the tank. I need to get some more fish added to the system. Quick style, do you know what I mean?
I've been shopping for you, Steve. Anyway, I've got some recommendations here. Can I share the screen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Stella Marine, you know, the one that I've had a few fish from them.
Yeah.
In Stoke-on-Trent, Stella Marine. He's just got some new fish in. I'll show you a couple of here. These are 2 that I really like. Look.
So what fish are they? And I can stick it on the screen. If you
I'm gonna do present here. Wait up.
Oh, you're gonna do present. Go on then, Joe.
Yeah. What do I do? Share screen.
Yeah.
Send. Yeah.
Share screen.
Hasn't happened yet.
What's it doing here? Yeah, this one here.
You need to click on it.
Right there. Can you see that?
Here we go.
Have you ever heard of that fish?
Yeah,
look at the price of it.
Wow.
Colourful.
Tell you what, I'll buy 3 of them for that price, mate.
How about that? It'd be no good. You haven't got a lid, have you, Steve? That'll be carpet surfing within 24 hours.
Look how colourful it is there. That's beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish.
4-inch, that's
you know what, though?
Huge. Big,
that's a big fish, mate. Yeah, but look at the price.
I know, yeah. Well, I've never even heard of it, so I was like, why is it? It must be really rare or something, I don't know.
220 quid.
Yeah, I know, but you've got a TV bed, so you can afford that. That's peanuts for TV bed people, that is.
I know, TV bed and a fish tank as well, Jay. He won't know which way to turn his head.
Your wife would love that. Look at the coloration of that fish.
I know.
She would like that, to be honest.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah,
though?
but is it reef safe or is it as they always say, reef safe with caution?
It'll be
you know
reef
what
safe.
I mean?
Always reef safe.
Reef safe.
Let's have a look.
With caution, it's going to say, "Oh, reef safe, yes."
Yes, look. There you go. Look.
Yeah.
I can't see that being safe. What the hell?
It's nice. Into that
dwarf parrot. It's a nice fish, that, mate.
Let me show you the other one that I think you should get a few of these. Actually, look at this, Steve.
I do like amphibious.
Mate,
yeah, that's nice.
Get a few of that. Get like.
Yeah, they're nice.
The only thing is you got to feed them quite a few times.
Hold on a minute. Yeah, exactly. Hold on a minute. Get 6 of them, did you say?
Yeah, you got to
you're supposed to get odd numbers. 5 or 7. Get 5 or 7.
Are you my bank manager or something? Or what? Or what? What's the matter with you? 6 of them, that'd be like 240 quid, mate.
Well, yeah, but look how amazing they look. You can't if you get 5. You're supposed to get odd numbers, aren't you, Amphias? So if you get 5, 5 times 4. What's that? That's a lot.
200.
How much was the small ones going for? Click on the small. How much was the small ones going for?
Steve, you want these? These look like them. What they called now? Fruit salads. You know them sweets.
Yeah, they do actually. Yeah, they do.
Like fruit salads swimming about.
Yeah, they are nice, to be honest.
They are beautiful. They are. There's 2 tones.
Those ones don't get the young ones as they don't do well.
Don't get the young ones. These ones are big. Look, 3 to 4 inch, Steve, as well. They're only like they're large.
Wow. So they're big fish, aren't they?
Would you put 5 in the basket for you?
Yeah.
So give us your card details.
You can pay from in 30 days.
It's a PayPal there. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what. Yeah, go on, Clarno.
Right. What
you know what though? I've got
these ones.
I did like that other one.
They're not as colourful.
I've had them before.
Wow,
that's nice. Oh, that one, isn't it?
The male.
I like that one.
They are quite nice.
The male one. That male one looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I like him, mate.
He's just had a fish delivery. He's had a fish delivery today, mate.
That's nice. That one's nice.
All but 2 of my fish are from him. Well, that means 3 of them.
Yeah, they're nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
That means 3 of them.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually 4 out of the 5 are from Cellar Marine, my fish. Nice,
that's nice, that male.
I prefer the other one, the fruit salad one. That one.
Oh yeah.
That if you had 5 of them, that'd look amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, it's something I could possibly look at that, to be honest. Because you'd have to add all them together, wouldn't you? You'd have to have them together at the same time, wouldn't you?
You'd have to probably put them at the same time and also set up your auto feeder as well. So you get them on flake or pellets when you buy them for the LFS.
Did you say then? Do what?
Auto feeder.
Auto feeder? Oh, I have an auto feeder, mate. I'm not got one of them. No. I've got an auto feeder.
Why haven't you got an auto feeder?
You automate everything.
You have to go, Steve. You're not there. If you're going to feed them 4 or 5 times a day, you're not there. You're on the bus.
Run round on holidays.
We've talked about these auto feeders before, and I've always believed like you put them on when you go on a holiday, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah. They just look slightly, don't they? You know what I mean? And faded. But like I said, really, for Amphius, if you're not in and you're working like I work 10 hours a day, so if you're not in,
yeah.
And granted, you probably need it, and these are the things, like you said, like what you just said, Jay, before, about, researching your fish, what you get. Do you know what I mean? Definitely. Yeah. And when you look at Amphius, you know that you need to feed them like at least 3 or 4 times a day, don't you? You know what I mean? 3 times a day.
Which ones? But yeah.
And what do you call it? So it'll be a worthwhile investment to buy a feeder for sure. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, God, my fish wouldn't know what's hitting if I was feeding them all the time, like 3 or 4 times a day. You know what I mean?
I don't think your cuisine dish that you've made will go in an auto feeder though. To be honest.
No, don't think it would, mate. Might struggle that. Yeah, might struggle that one.
They're not an auto feeder.
Stick to flakes. Yeah.
Stick to flakes. Do you like those fish choices for you then? Yeah, they're quite good, aren't they?
I think some good ones there, Steve.
I think they're quite good.
Jay, whether they're practical or not, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
them Amphias look unreal.
If I had a lid, I would if I had a lid, I would definitely consider that first one.
Yeah, lid.
I would definitely consider that first one. Yeah. Hold on a minute. This is going to cost me about 700 quid. I'm working this out, mate, in my head,
You've got a
mate.
TV
At this
at the
rate.
end of your bed.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it doesn't matter about that, mate.
Just get
it doesn't matter about that, mate. It doesn't matter about that.
Makeup lid. It doesn't cost that much.
I know.
Come on,
not got a lid.
Hold on a minute, lads. Come on.
That's irresponsible.
No. Yeah, it could well be, mate, to be honest. But, I mean, I'm not paying what they're charging nowadays. These lids, these polycarbonate lids and all that, mate.
No, you get the DD jump guard. The DD jump guard.
No, mate. Remember I made one of them before. Remember it? No, yeah, no. It was like something you'd done on a Blue Peter. You know, remember Blue Peter? That's what it looked like. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. I liked it at first and then I hated it. So, yeah, no, I'll never do that again.
Ridiculous, really. Because when you get them, you're
I get one specially made.
You have to get out the junior
mate.
And everything. It's a bit nuts, really.
The hacksaw, yeah.
Mate, I was like with a hacksaw. Oh, it driven me mad, mate. I'll tell you what, it absolutely drove me mad. It did. I hated it. I hated putting it together. I hated doing it. Yeah, I just didn't like it. I'd just get one made if that was the case. You know what I mean? But they're like 250 to 350 quid, aren't they? You know, for a lid and all that, mate.
That's 500 quid easy.
Just get a bit of plastic, stick it on the top, you're all right.
Yeah, get some of those, you know, those things that your granddad had on the shed, the polycarbonate lid, you know, those plastic things that just have the light. So the radio's up to 100%, you know, just to blast through it. Yeah, I could do that.
There we go. See, sorted. Right, okay, I've got some other comments here. So my tank isn't even in my house. So
wow.
Fair enough.
Well done.
So where's that then? Like, no, we can't just leave it like that. You need to know, right? So where is?
Okay. Well,
is that in the shed or something at the bottom of the garden?
Fair point.
It's in his garage. It's in his garage.
Well, that's the same as
He lives next door to Paul. He lives next door to Paul in his garage.
This is Paul's an influencer. And he's been watching his channel.
Influencer. No, I'm a public figure.
I know how much you hate that word, so that's why I
hate it. I also hate public figure.
Into an influencer, Steve.
Public figure.
Into an influencer.
Right. Okay, let's move on. 2 in the front room, 1 in the bedroom, 1 in the kitchen. That's a full house. I call that.
Wow, that is. I'd love to have the money to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Love that, mate. Love that. Love that idea.
Wouldn't be excited about taking
that is someone with a real addiction to the hobby.
Oh dear.
Orange lens.
I used to have 6 in my Trump's mind.
Oh yeah, that's Steve when he goes to the bedroom.
I tell you what,
say to the wife, go on, little.
I bet your wife would look
time out.
These look all right.
She'd look amazing.
Look all right.
Oh, where's this stream going? Where is it going?
Where's this going? I know it's
if this is the first time you've tuned into it, it's not normally this. It's
not usually as highbrow as this, is it?
No. Let's get back onto the fish and the corals.
Right, there we go. So this is about I put the glasses on and forget I've got them on and go for a walk around the house. Oh dear. Steam off. The glasses are good for migraines too. Got to the shops in mind.
Is that true? I bet they actually are. It dulls down the colour, doesn't it? I think.
Oh dear.
Maybe it does, yeah.
There you go. There's another one. Doing a reefing calendar, wearing orange glasses.
The turkey based. Oh my god.
July holding a DD fan. Joe, DD fans in July is not good for you usually, is it?
No. I'm on my third D&D fan.
I know.
I probably need another one this summer as well. It always ends up dropping in. I know that.
Yes.
But I don't buy the D&D ones. I buy the fake ones that are the same, but then the
same fans, better price.
They just haven't got the branding of D&D on, but they're identical. I've done a video on it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In 1902.
Right, so we've got some other people bagging, different months of the calendar. Some there for October. Just something going on here.
What's going on? What is this?
Well, I would have done April, but I see Colette's doing April. Yeah, April's my birthday, so I'll let Colette do that. She can do that one, yeah.
Someone's
Yeah.
got
I'll do Christmas or December because that's when you can put the most. You can have the most clothes on. You don't want the summer months, do you? Really? Because that's when you've got less clothes on.
That is true.
I'll take January.
Well, you do a live stream, and that's the picture.
The snowsuit on.
Dear. Pending on the money offered.
What's going on here?
It's on the money offered.
Dear. And they got some comments about my wireless headphones.
Yeah, you like those, though. You like them. They work well, then. They work well.
Well, they do work, yeah. I've got wireless around somewhere. I just haven't managed to bother to set them up yet.
He just doesn't get them out of the box. That's loads of stuff. He's got.
Right, so
he's got loads of gear that's in the box.
The KH Keeper is out of the box.
Bloody hell!
I turned it on.
And
that was it.
It didn't work.
No. I've calibrated the pH probe, but you can't do too much in an evening, and they've got to do the rest of it. But I tell you what, it's such a balls ache. I wish I hadn't got it.
Yeah. It's the same with all kit though. Once you got it set up and running, it is a godsend. But that initial setting up and dialing in, God, I hate that. Just don't enjoy it. Like Steve, you love new kit, don't you? You get excited about it. I dread it.
Well, I say I love new kit. Yeah, I like adding it onto a tank. You know what I mean? I'm with you guys on setting it up. Yeah, I hate setting them up. You know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10, I have problems with my Wi-Fi because there's that many things linked to it. Yeah, it's like my Wi-Fi is like, what in the hell are you adding onto it? You know what I mean? So it's like, so it plays up a bit for me. So if I can't I get frustrated then. You know what I mean? So and then that's when I hear the door, the front door. Yeah, the front door shuts. And I look through the window and the missus is getting in the car with the kids and all that. Like, we'll see you in a bit. And I'm like, oh, right, yeah, see you later. Because once I start, it's like, I just shout and mate, it frustrates me. But once it's up and running and once it's sorted, then I love it. I love bits of kit. I think this just helps your tank out. You know what I mean? I just think anything that can help my tank out is good for me. As I've said before, and hundreds of times, I just love it. I love it if it can help my tank out.
And your best bit of kit you've ever bought is?
Clarity.
Really?
Clarity.
Yeah.
You know, Red Sea's made a better one, don't you?
Absolutely. No, I love that Clarity, mate. I absolutely love that Clarity. I think it's the best thing. Not having to throw away socks like you do, Jay. You know what I mean? I think that's a waste on the, you know. Yeah, disposable socks. I just don't like that, mate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, I mean, it just rolls up on a thing. It lasts me 4 months. Yeah, 3.5, 4 months, mate. And I love it. I just think it's one of the best things you can add onto it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm glad now the tanks and now the companies, like you said, Red Sea and all that and everything, now they've got the baffle where you can add the socks, but you can also pull out and take them out now on the Gen 2s, can't you? You know what I mean? And you can add. But every tank should do that. Every company should do that, where they can have the choice of whether, even if you're not like sponsored or you're not in partnership with a company, it gives you that option whether you can add it. You know what I mean, to the tank, because a lot of people would, mate. You know what I mean? In all honesty, you know. So I think for me, mate, it's got to be that. I mean, I say that you know in pretense, but then I think to myself, but it's hard to say one thing. It's hard to say just one. You've added one thing. Do you know what I mean?
Mine would be the DD controller.
Yeah.
I think the DD temperature controller for the price. I mean, it's probably a lot more expensive now than it was, but for me, that simple piece of kit in terms of what it does in terms of controlling the temperature. I would say there's one piece of kit. I mean, obviously you need lights and blah blah blah, but in terms of that, the DD controller for me was probably the best piece of kit. All 3 tanks that I've got that on it.
I mean, that says it's good. If you've got on every tank, it says that it's a good bit.
I think just for the price point as well, I think it's good value for money. People say, oh, the temperature's out by 0.5 degree. It doesn't matter. It's not there to do accurate readings. It's there to tell you if there's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good. It's good. It's got the cooling plug, the heating plug. You can heat and cool. I mean, that's mine as well, Paul. That is my favourite bit of kit. But if I had to pick a different one, I'd go with the Tunzi Auto Top-Up.
Yeah, so would I. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a top piece of kit. If you look after it, Jay,
Yeah,
I don't think it's wrong if you look after it.
Faultless bit of kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's foolproof.
You know what? Actually, talking about Tunzi, yeah. I love my Tunzi auto top off, mate. I love it now. Absolutely love it.
Oh,
I think it's a great bit of kit.
He's
got 3 sensors now, hasn't he?
Now I've finally got a box that actually works. It's perfect, mate. You know what I mean? No problems whatsoever. You know what I mean? None of this nonsense that there's a bit of film. It's perfect.
And the customer service that you got as well, in the end, that was second to none, really.
Yeah.
You are.
The customer service that you got in the end, man, I was second to none. It basically sent you everything again and spares.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it was like miscommunication from the place I bought it from, and because what it was, there was three of us in this conversation, so I was talking to the people I bought it from, they was talking to him, he was talking to them, but they wasn't passing it on to me. You know what I mean? So then I was like, hold on, why they not talking to me? So then I was like, right, I'll contact them again. I contacted them. He thought that he contacted me. And it was just a ball ache, mate. So I was like, what in the hell? So after like 5 weeks of like messing about and all that, you know what I mean, that business. You know what? Fair play to him. You know what he sent me? He sent me basically every part out. All new, Benny, man. All new, Sent me all of them. None of them worked on the box. And then in the end, it was the box that was broke, the actual box, you know, with the chips in it.
Yeah, the one that you have to wire up yourself. You have to be like
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
That is strange. It's so strange having to put the wires in.
But the moment I put it in, mate, seriously, the moment I put the sensor in and I put it in the tank, I put the sensor in the water, it went off. I lifted it out a millimetre and it instantly went on, straight away. Put it in the water, off straight away. And it's worked like that flawlessly, mate. I've not even cleaned it since it's been in past 2.5 weeks or so, is it? 3 weeks? Nothing, mate. Absolutely perfect.
They are good. Great.
So, I am very happy with it now.
Right, I'm going to share a fish that someone's recommended, but they're not the cheapest of fish. So let's get rid of that.
Neither was Jay's.
Wow.
Come on now.
The block. That's the price in America.
I don't like that.
I've seen them for about $3.40, $3.50 in the UK.
What is it?
I don't like it. I think it's a lovely fish. It's really nice.
I don't like it.
They've got one in the AAC display. I think it's an ugly fish, don't get me wrong, but they're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
They look lovely when you see them. They're quite unique.
I'd have to see it in person.
I think it's quite nice. I think for the money, that Ras is better, isn't it, surely?
No, I prefer this.
Yeah.
Because it's unusual.
I agree, Jay.
It's not enough.
I agree with Jay here. Sorry, Paul.
I paid for colour.
That palette Ras.
At 750 quid, you're only getting 2 colours.
No, but that's how much it is in America. They're a lot cheaper over here. Right. They're still 350 quid.
Is it reef safe?
That's a good point. I don't know.
With caution. With caution.
Amphius. 6 inch. Is that 8 inch? 6 inch.
6 inch, yeah.
It's quite big.
It doesn't.
Reef safe there, Reef safe compatible,
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
So you're not feeling the love for that one, then, James?
Oh, no, it's a nice fish, but
I don't like that.
I just think that Ras is a bit nicer. For the money, I think the Ras is better.
Yeah, it's a nice fish. Yeah,
anyway,
I agree there. It's a nice fish. You can't
really have an Anthias on its own, so you'd have to buy at least 2 or 3 of them.
I've seen them on there. On their own. I don't think I've seen them in a group before, probably because they're so expensive. And it might be hard to get as well. You might not be able to get a group very easily.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
There's a comment there about the DD jump guards look much better than them custom polycarbonate ones, in my opinion.
You know what? I agree, Steve. They're just so streamlined.
Yeah, you've got one, haven't you? You've got a polycarbonate one that you'd never really got on the tank, have you?
I got that. You know, the American whatever it is, clear view lids. I paid 250 quid for it. Never had it on my tank because it looks ridiculous. It's really thick. And it just I end up looking at the lid and not the tank, and I don't want to do that. The lid should not be a feature of it. It should be.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't want to be drawn to the lid.
I know what you're saying.
From the tank.
I
agree, Steve. Spot on.
Right, Drippy. I don't know if Drippy's been and gone. Not too sure, but he's he's out this evening. He's bought some J-inspired cookies for his cuppa. Fox's
biscuits.
Oh yeah, the Foxes on his Instagram, did you?
Oh,
yeah, the Foxes.
Nice they are, aren't they? You can't eat less than half when you break into them.
You know what? You know what? My worst is like chocolate digestives, mate. If I have one, you can't put a packet next to me, mate. Because with a cup of tea and I'm dipping them in like that, and then I go to her and I'm like, "Where's it? Who's had them in it?" I've had a whole pack, mate. So no, I've got to stay away from them drinks. Yeah, you don't have biscuits in this house. No.
Bad news.
So I have one in my shed. I'm assuming that's a tank. Yeah. Or maybe a TV on a bed. I don't know. But probably I suspect. Yeah, 245 Steve for a lid.
Yes, that is just
a lot of money.
Isn't that too much?
It's a lot of money.
A Reef tank for that. You can buy the full setup.
Buy what?
You can buy the full setup of one of those like Fluval Evos. How is that?
You can, yeah.
Like
sure.
value for money. How's that right? You can't be.
Yeah, you know what, mate? It's the cost of everything, material and all that. Now it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I know they're bespoke. I know there's a lot of work goes into them, and
just feels like a lot of money, doesn't it? I'm not saying they do put a lot of work into them.
When it's half the price of your tank, probably or more.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
especially when you can pick up a tank. You still see people giving away tanks.
Well, I know. Yeah. If you see on eBay now, you can get everything like so cheap at the moment.
It's unbelievable.
Apart from the one that I wanted, which was that Cade one. That went
that still went cheap. Though. It was 1,850 quid for 3 foot Cade, and it had loads of stuff in it as well. It was fully kitted out.
Yeah, but I didn't have
1900. That was a bargain.
Yeah.
I got 1,900 quid just to spend on a Reef tank, so that was a problem.
I know.
But I've still got it. Where is it? Oh yeah, I've got it on the watch list.
You got it on there still. If you get it, and then
I can't show on the. It's not on my thing. It's on my phone.
Was it on eBay?
Yeah, it's on eBay. I was in my watch list.
Nice.
That was it. Look.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh, there you go.
1,800, but it was a Cade frag, wasn't it?
And it was fully. It was the full kit, wasn't it? It was a full setup.
Yeah, it was the whole kit. Yeah.
The guy spent about $6,000.
Didn't he say he spent $7,000 on it, and he only been up and running 3 months? Was it? It wasn't long.
3 months,
6 months.
3 months.
Yeah. That was
that looked really nice. Was that a Zoa Island?
It did look nice.
Imagine if you planted that and you're not going to see what it's going to look like at the end. That'd be good.
You know,
had to turn $7,000 into $2,000.
5-month-old tank.
Yeah,
it had about $7,000 worth. It was also it's in like Southampton as well. That was another reason.
It was a bit of a trek for you.
Yeah, I don't go down there. I end up getting a nosebleed or something. As soon as I get near Milton Keynes, that's far enough for me.
It'd be too warm for you. It'd be like going to the tropics, wouldn't it? Going down to Southampton for you.
I know. I've never been to Southampton. I've been to Bournemouth and that area, but I've never been to Southampton.
Not far. Right, so there we go. Fish quarantine calls CUC tanks in spare bedrooms, not where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Jay's had more fans than Steve's had heaters.
No, that's not true, actually.
No.
That technically is not true. Because Steve's got eight.
Nearly. Not yet. Not yet.
When did you last replace your heater, though, Steve? Oh.
It's on his latest stock take, he's got 6.
I'm not sure, I'll have to check. Yeah, I'll have to check, mate, on that.
It sounds like you're
I've got the invoice. I've got my invoice from Cracker Corals because I buy it from there, so I always buy my heaters from there. So
on a live stream that you say change it every year.
It does.
Yeah,
I do change them. Change them every year. My heaters all the time, mate. Every year. Having said that, I think this one's got to be at least 9-10 months old. This one now, to be honest, now.
Nearly.
So I bet it's coming up to it. It's coming up to it.
In the heater world,
it's got to be about 10 months old. This one now, mate. Yeah. So yeah. Might be a bit of rust coming on it. Yeah, you know what I mean? You never know. No, I don't know.
Doesn't rust, mate. Get a titanium one.
Somebody reached out to me on Instagram. Obviously, they watched one of these live streams, and he said to he went, I've had the same heater, the same titanium heater. He said, forgot who it was now. He said, I've had the same titanium heater for 4 years running in my same tank. And he was like, why do you check? And I was like, I just think one of the heater is one of the biggest fit causes for tank crashes. Yeah, whether it's heating it up or switching on me. So I was like, I just have this obsession in my head that I need to change the heater in case it fails. I don't know why. I've just got this weird obsession that I think something might go, like the heater might stick on and boil my tank. You know what I mean? Even though it's in a controller, you know what I mean? I just have this weird thing, mate, in my mind. I don't know why. I just do.
No, I understand.
I just think I'll change it and do it, and then just change it for the sake of 40 quid for the heater. Just change the heater. You know what I mean?
Well, I've got a question.
Like, what is it? £3 a month, in it, mate? If you have it 12 months, mate, £3 a month. Yeah, you know what I mean? £3 a month. No, £3 a month if you divide it. I mean, over the 12 months.
Jay's got a question. Go on, Jay. What's your question?
I've got a question, right? So, you know, in all your kit that you've had, Steve, do you have more problems with it going wrong in the first year or after the first year?
After the first year.
No, you don't. No way.
I would say all the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, to be fair.
You know, to be honest, I've told you guys about what's happened over the past week. Yeah. I'm not going to do it because I'm gonna be explaining it in one of my videos. Yeah, but
we can make some money.
I'm coming up
to
so he can pay for his
He's tanking his bedroom.
I'm coming up to this stage, mate. Yeah, I'm coming up to this stage where, like all my gear has been 4.5 years old now. Do you know what I mean? 5 years, 4.5, 5 years. Yeah, it's coming up to 5 years. Yeah, where it's all, and it seems like things are breaking down for me. You know, like things are not happening. Yeah, things are not breaking. Fish are dying. Things are breaking down, and it's like now I'm getting like it's coming to that stage. I don't know whether I'm jinxed. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like 3 things breaking down, 2 things dying. This, that, and mate. It's all happening, you know, this moment in time. But I think every piece of equipment we put on our tank has a life expectancy. It's going to fail. Something is going to fail on your tank. You know what I mean?
Wrong, but it depends how long
something's going to fail. Yeah,
exactly. I'm running lights that are 8 years old. I've got the Apex DOS Dozers that are 8 year old. I've got NIOS 120 skimmer that's going to be 8 years old this year. I've got MP40s. I'm tempting fate here, aren't I?
But you only need.
I was going to say that. 8 years. So hold on a minute. Yeah, are we saying here now? Yeah, that the newer technology, in a sense of the newer technology that may be coming out, is not built to the standards of what it was years ago. Because it sounds that way. It sounds that way. You know what I mean? If you're getting Radions and you're getting other things built to the so my Radions, in theory, they should last me 6 years, 7 years, shouldn't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Should do. You know what I mean?
So we've got some comments there, 6 years old heater.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think the only things you need spares of is 1 spare heater and 1 spare return pump, and then the rest of it, it's not urgent, is it? It's not urgent. You can get them whenever you.
But you know what though? To be honest, when I say the heaters that I've got, so I've got 2 titanium heaters spare. Yeah, that's in there, yeah. But then I've got 3. I've got 2 E-Heim ones, 2 big E-Heim ones, and I've got 2 smaller E-Heim ones. I think it's 2 300 ones and 2 250s. I think something like that, yeah. But when I say I don't use them, the E-Heims, I do use them because what I do is I stick them in, the containers. Heat the water up. Heat the water up. Do you know what I mean? So I do use them. It's not like they're in there gathering dust. So the only things I don't use is the titanium heaters because obviously you need them on a thermometer, you need them on a controller. Do you know what I mean? But I know that they work. So God forbid if anything does happen to this one, at the worst case scenario is I could shove that one in because I know they do work. Yeah. But I don't know. For peace of mind, I always think for 40 quid, I might as well just replace it. Do you know what I mean?
And that give you peace of mind. Then
that's right. To be fair,
that's fine. Yeah. It's like having OCD in it. You know what I mean? It's a bit like OCD when I'm just obsessed with it. Got to change it.
You know.
But this one might go over a year old. I might leave this and let it go over a year.
Oh, you devil!
Oh, you little! You know how to live in the fast lane,
Right.
you do, Steve.
So here, so I've got a comment here that we've been waffling and completely missed the chat. I could possibly have been missing the chat. And then Colette said, "Skipping because it looks that bad." I'm not too sure what I've missed. It's for incompetence.
What's going on here? I don't understand. Paul, I don't understand the chat now. What's going on?
I don't know either. Because we've been waffling. Right. Okay. Let's pay attention. Right.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I don't know what's going on.
Part of the fun of fish keeping is geeking out. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
I agree. There we go. So fish palace latest that Salaford KH tests are all showing your KH is 1, not 0.1, higher than it actually is.
Oh, that's a big difference.
I don't use Salafat, so but
that's a big difference into that.
That is. But does it matter though? Because if it's 7 and it's really 8.
As long as it's stable, it doesn't matter, does it?
It's 1 higher than it actually is. So if it's 1 higher, but it's pretty much stable at that, it probably doesn't matter. Unless you run it at 12 or 13, then it's 14, but very few do that. So if it was 8 or 9,
salt there, that's where it's best, isn't it, really?
Yeah. So it probably doesn't matter if it's stable.
Yeah.
But I get the point that 1 is quite a big difference.
Is it? Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to buy. Sure. I bought some. I don't know. You know, I do my my alkalinity test last week, weren't we? And I was worried that my fluid was out of date. I've got some new fluid, new reagent, and it's still 7. So.
So it didn't make any difference.
No, it made no difference.
It's funny though. If you don't like the results, you test again. If you
spent
like
18 quid on a new reagent to tell me that it was going to be higher, and it's still the same.
The same.
So now I am actually buffering it up really slowly.
Yeah.
With a bit of dosing.
There's nothing wrong with 7, though.
Yeah, no, but I just like it to be like
as
my salt, like 8.4.
Yeah. Absolutely. Comment there, the Allfec light bar colour pop is next level.
I like.
And then on a serious note, looking at Apex, can you get the out probe or the Trident only to test? So you can't get a probe for alkalinity for Apex. You have to get the Trident, but then the Trident tests the alkalinity, the magnesium, and the calcium. I can't remember much now. I think they're about 700 quid. But I think, Darren, the issue is whatever frequency you test alkalinity, also test calcium and magnesium. I don't think you can differ across the 3 of them. I think you have to have 1. So if it's 4 times a day, it's 4 times a day for all of them. I think. But I think I would buy the Trident, but I haven't got enough room. Right, next question. How is the Nano Peninsula going? It's going really well, actually.
You've had a video, haven't you, actually?
Yeah, so I can't remember, about a week or so ago. So I've got loads of algae across the sand bed on the back, but the corals look really, really good. So I'm really happy with that. Let's just put it on. I think you can see it better. There, I've put a new NEM at the front. So that's a tricolour NEM at the front. So I picked it up 2 days ago. That's really good. The Nero 3, which is in the top right-hand corner. That's really good.
It's going nuts.
Oh, the cherub, yeah, it's on. He likes the camera.
Is that cherub? Is it?
Yeah. So the coral's doing really well. The back wall's full of algae. The cherub, and I've got a algae blenny now on the back. So that's all right. So yeah, I mean, it's really good.
What's going on? The light's straight.
I know. I've straightened out the light as well.
I've seen that actually. There was it on Facebook or something. And people saying about the issue with the Red Sea light and it just like flopping, like drooping.
Yeah, you have to adjust. It's when I set it up, I didn't realise it was an angle, so the light was pointing more towards the back.
Yeah.
So all I did was straighten it up by 2 or 3 mil. Now it's pointing straight down. So that seems to have done well.
Yeah.
And also the NEMs have stopped moving. I think there's more flow in the tank because I think they were searching out for more flow. And the new NEM, even though it's only been in there for 2 days, has not moved at all. In fact, there's 2 NEMs, and they've both decided to sit next to one another. So, I'm pretty.
That is pretty cool.
I'm pretty happy with that.
How are you getting on with life with a turkey baster, by the way? Because I know you got a new one, didn't you, at Christmas? Have you used it?
I haven't used it.
You haven't used it? How has he not used it?
It's out of the box. I just haven't used it.
Not used. It's like I use mine every day without fail.
No, you don't. I
don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe I should.
Maybe you're missing a trick.
I know, mate. I just don't feel the love for the turkey baster like you do.
You need to get basting.
I should have made that a resolution, didn't I? When I come back next week, I'll tell you how many bastings I've done. That's all I can say. Right.
It's not for spot feeding. And what about cleaning off your rocks? You know, like just to jet your rocks down.
I don't target feed.
You don't
anything.
You don't jet your rocks down.
No. Should I? I don't know. Should I do that?
Yeah, just cleans them off a little bit and just polishes them up. It was nice.
Okay. It's not a snooker ball.
Yeah.
It's not a snooker ball.
I don't know. Maybe I should. Do you turkey baste on a regular basis, Steve?
He's a master.
Sometimes I do. I can't. When I do turkey baste, I can't hit the rock. It's all coral in it, so I can't. Yeah, it doesn't clean my rock, mate.
Yeah.
It's just I'm not pieces of coral everywhere and all on the sand. Have a look. Yeah, it's just.
That's a nice problem to have.
I'll tell you what I did used to do though. At least once a week or so. I've not really done it often, to be honest. Now, what I did used to do, you know, where the bubble scrubbing, you know, where you take your wave maker out the tank, and just give it a blast. You know what I mean? You get loads of bubbles going in and all over the SPS and stuff like that. I used to do that. But
I do that when I forget to top up the water, and I come down in the morning and there was just bubbles everywhere.
It's good for your coral, that though, so it's all right, mate.
Not good for the pump, but probably good for the corals.
No, not good for the pump.
I do. I like to put a bit of bubble in there. Like when your wave makers make it so turbulent, so you get all them bubbles. I think it's good for the pH and stuff like that.
Well, getting oxygen in there, mate. Sure.
So just going back a little bit, we talked about the DD controller. So I think I mentioned this before, the STC 1000. So that used to be really popular. That was kind of do-it-yourself kit. You used to be able to buy all the parts on eBay. You make it yourself. And that was, I haven't seen them about. I'm sure they are still about. But because you got the things like a DD controller, which are really easy, and you haven't got to make them yourself, probably fallen out of fashion a little bit. There you go. Some of that Reef metal Versa pump. You can't really compare the two because they're completely different. But,
we've got to admit the Versa, which is dosing my cow, mate. Oh, mate, I'm just like, and it tells you can have like you put your widgets, on your Mobius app, and it'll tell you like literally how much it's dosing at that moment in time. So you see it just like going, and I'm dosing freaking minuscules. Do you know what I mean? Well, if you think about it, it's dosing 24 hours, and it's only putting two and a half liters. I upped it, so it's gone to 2.5 liters. So it's 2.5 liters of cow quasset in over 24 hours, mate. Yeah. So you can imagine how slow it's going. It's like really slow, but it's it's spot on, mate. Once you got it set up, it's so easy. It takes not even 10 minutes to set up. You know what I mean? It's so easy. And since they've updated like that Mobius, like we all have problems with the Mobius. It was a nightmare. It's never got off now. I don't want to jinx myself, but it's never got off.
Since the AI buyout, mate, it's been faultless.
It was the move across to that app, wasn't it? That they've done it.
To that app, I think they moved across to the app. Yeah, that's exactly what they've done.
Can I ask about this Red Sea business? So, like, all social media has been lit up with loads of like Red Sea products recently, like in the last couple of days.
Well, the DC return pumps.
What's going on?
I think so they've shipped a few of the product. I think it's the return pump? Is it the skimmer?
Have people been waiting on these for like months or something?
The skimmer, you know, the skimmer sensor cup and all that.
Yeah.
But and the actual return pumps, they've shipped them as well, haven't they?
But what's been going on? Have people not been able to get them for months, and then they've just arrived?
I think they've just come into the U. I think they've just, what do you call it, haven't they? Like, you know, ships all the stock over.
Yeah.
To the wholesale, to the distributors.
As well. Yeah. But you're right. The last 2 or 3 days, all the LFS have just been showing off the new kit, haven't they?
Yeah, and then on Instagram, someone's like, "Oh, I've got hold of the new Red Sea skimmer or whatever," like posting it.
Yeah.
Like they've been, I assume, been waiting for a long time for a lot of these products. I don't know.
I remember I thought the stuff was out. I must admit, because I remember seeing them advertised and saying we're launching these products, and that was months ago.
Mm.
So must
I know
have just
Steve's waiting on the ATO. He's waiting on the ATO thing, isn't he? You've got that, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I'm still undecided
Yeah.
as to whether the Red Sea. I've got it on pre-order already. I've not got it, but I don't know where I was talking about it last week, whether to cancel it and stuff. But
yeah,
I don't know what to do. But like I said, I mean, it's a bit of an expensive thing.
It's 180 quid or whatever.
170 quid, yeah. Yeah, so to just have in a box, you know what I mean? Because like I said, I'm all right. I'm happy with his tons. His tons has worked flawlessly now. So it's like do I buy it just for the sake of buying it and leaving it in a box? You know what I mean? It's just like that'd be stupid, wouldn't it?
You shouldn't do that. You would be silly just to leave it in a box.
Put the 180 quid to something else.
Right, you've changed my mind. I'll buy it then.
It's got leak detection, Steve, and I know what you're like. You're a belt and braces man. You've
got leak detection kits. I've already got it on the Apex.
It's got 3.
I've got it on the Apex.
They are good though. Yeah.
How many of those you got?
I've got 3 of them. 3 on the Apex.
He's right. He's got 3.
Oh my god.
Two at the back of the tank. 2 at the back of the tank. Yeah. You know when you set up your tank. You know when you set up your tank. Yeah. I was told it's true anyway. Yeah. It's like get a marble because when you set up your tank, no matter that, your spirit level and all that, I took ages to make sure that my spirit level, was like level as anything, But regardless of your spirit level, your floor is still going to be out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Slightly. And put a marble and we'll see where the floor rolls out, and I put it and I could see where the floor rolled out. So my
it's in the middle of the room
at the back. Yeah, so they're at the back of the tank, mate.
The whole family have to step over it.
I think it's the weight of the tank. Like, what the hell? Oh, mate. Yeah. So
I'm sure your dog's going to knock that.
Oh, mate. No, they're at the back of the tank, so you can't get it. Thank God.
Yeah. Everything's around the back of the tank now, isn't it? You got your containers, your KH keeper.
Tricks.
I know. You've got more behind it than in front.
Honestly, God, if I could drill through the wall and all that, mate, I would drill through the wall and just have all my automated stuff all through the wall, mate. That's what I'd do, no doubt.
Yeah, you said that if you won the lottery, you'd have like a sump room, wouldn't you? And then you'd have the big tank.
Yeah,
it'd be in the basement. Basement. All my sump would be downstairs, mate. Yeah,
Euro Millions tonight, Steve. You could win.
Right, I've got to move on because I'm nearly 25 minutes behind on the chat.
Oh, come on, Paul.
Come on.
You've been guessing.
You used to be good at hosting. You've got worse with time.
Right, shut up for a minute then. Right. Thoughts on the AI blinds. I haven't seen much about them, to be honest.
They look nice. They look really smart. I like the idea of
anyone who's got them. I must admit.
I've watched a few videos, on YouTube about them and stuff, and people seem to say like the light that spreads from them really good. You know what I mean? So the reviews are really good on them. Like I said, it's a new product, but you know what? It's AI in it, and AI, I've proven in hydras and stuff
products.
like that, mate. And
it's
quality products. So I can't see it.
I'd have them alongside another light. I'd have them alongside something else. I wouldn't have them on their own. But they look
most people have those kind of blades and those other strip lights as secondary lights,
like a supplementary light.
Yeah, and usually for the blue as well, which is what Scott was saying here.
It's like what Scott.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, it's sorry. It's like what Scott said before about the OR3s, the Orfex that I used to have. Yeah, basically, I had that Orfex as a supplement to my hydras. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't getting light at the front. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, but I think those AI blades. I think a lot of people will buy them to do that. As a supplement. To their lights. They might not necessarily run them as they're predominantly their main light source. Yeah, but I think as an add-on, I think they'll be perfect. You know what I mean? In all honesty,
they look dead good.
So what we got here? We got so Dan was saying might go to KH Keeper. So if we know about the KH Keeper, then Steve's your man. I've got it, but I haven't set it up yet, so I can't really comment on it. Steps away from automation, realize chasing numbers takes away stability. And then, I remember Colette, you setting up it's not the Gelix, is it? It's the Felix.
Felix,
I haven't heard much
yeah.
about it. Yeah. And then Darren's talking about waiting for the mounts to be released. I'm not too sure when they are coming out. Oh, there we go. The Felix smart controller. I bought one. I'm assuming that's the KH Keeper. Turned it off. Too inaccurate. I think the thing with that, you have to keep on calibrating. How often do you calibrate your KH Keeper, Stu? You don't?
Every month.
Every month.
Oh, every month. Sorry. And then you got a comment there about looking at the tank. Fair enough. Advocate the Duncans and Zoas. Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah. No, it's spot on. It's spot on there. I mean, your tank actually tells you your corals to indicate any sign of stress and all that. It tells you straight away. Yeah, for sure. I totally agree in that sense. But like for the tech side of it, like like KH Keepers and stuff, I said before, it's just they're not high-tech multi-million-pound pieces of equipment. They just give you an indicator. They give you a rough guide of what your stuff is. So for me, a rough guide, if it says it's 8.6 and it goes to 8.9 and then back down to 8.6, then I know that it's in the ballpark. I'm happy. Let's leave it at that.
Use it as a range.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we give it as a range and that's it. So as long as it stays like, if it was going 8.6 to 10.2 to 7.4 and then up like that, then you think we've got a problem. You know what I mean? But that's all I use them for as an indicator.
Scott's
go on,
on there. With a Duncan, they're not the prettiest of corals, but I would not have a tank without a Duncan. Even if
I love my Duncan, mate.
I think Duncans are really nice. The Aussie ones, the purple stem and that.
I love them, mate. I love my Duncan.
But for water quality parameter test, the Duncan it's just unreal. It just knows good water when your water parameters are right. Wouldn't do without a Duncan. Every time should have.
I agree.
This is a really good comment around fish colours, because there are some fish that juveniles, they'll look yuck, and then they get lovely colours, and others where I think, is it the emperor fish?
Yeah, it is the emperor.
There's one emperor that looks lovely when it's a juvenile.
Totally different.
Adult, you think it goes really loses colours. That's a really fair point. And then the amphia that I showed on screen, it's a loner. TMC don't get them in unless requested, as they are pricey.
Yeah.
Then you got about the KH drop in, that your Duncans, Zoas close up.
Yeah. Great
Canadian company, Felix.
Yeah.
And then this one here, I gotta say, I've got the Eco battery back up, and it certainly helped me when I had power cuts.
Yeah, I do agree. I think everybody should have something like that.
Yeah. So I attach mine to the MP4 because you can put them on the return pump. But I put mine on in fact, I've got them on the other tanks. I've got 2 batteries, and they seem to last quite a while. And I put them on the Vortex rather than the return pumps.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I would probably have one of them if it didn't have a generator.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Well, if my electric goes out, mate, everything it's going on that generator, mate. So I'm
generator.
Listen, my neighbours can say what the hell they want, mate. That generator is going on 24 hours if it has to, mate. Simple.
It's like having an electricity company up front digging up the road, the noise.
Don't care, mate. Listen, as long as my tank survives, the neighbours will have to deal with it. Simple, mate.
That is true. He's got too much money in there just to let die.
Another vote for the Duncans there.
Yeah, absolutely. ICP. I've sent off my ICP. Let me just see if
comment there about Goniopora. They sulk for nothing. Joe, have you had any issues with your Goniopora? Because I mean, you've got a few, and I must admit, I've only started getting my first Gonies, and they've got loads of flow, and they seems to be doing really well.
Yeah, I'd say mine are in like medium to high flow, and I think I've got a dirtier tank in terms of like nutrients.
Yeah.
They just seem dead happy. I've not had an issue with any of them. But I do dose the manganese, don't I? I dose that manganese, just a couple of drops every few days. But yeah, well, you can see them there. Like they're all here, down here. They're just on white lights at the moment, but they're just quite extended.
Nice.
You do well with it. You do well with them, mate. I've got to admit. Yeah, you are.
Nice,
I hate them. I hate them. I can't stand them, mate. They drive me mad. I just don't like them. No. Yeah, don't. Yeah, I mean, like Scott said, yeah. You know, like some of them, like mine were good. Mine were good for a fair few weeks, mate. They were good for a fair few weeks, and then all of a sudden, like he said, they just turned to be a total. You know what? You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was like, what the hell? Just started to curl up, and they never come back out, mate. Ever. You know what I mean? No matter where they put them, they just didn't come out. But like when I got my ICP test back and all that, my ICP test it came back okay. Everything come back fine. So
I was looking at mine now.
Certain corals you just can't keep. You know what I mean? Certain corals just don't take to your tank, and for me, it's gonnies. As much as I would love a gonny garden, yeah, I just can't keep them, mate. So there's no point in me trying. You know what I mean? And wasting my money. Might as well buy a torch coral and stuff, something I can keep. You know what I mean? So it's just not worth it to me.
Well, that's it. I mean, sometimes your tank tells you what you can have and what you can't have, doesn't it? Basically,
yeah. I don't know why. Yeah,
the water parameters, the flow. Some things you can't have in there.
There's a fair comment about spending big on frags. There's always that balance, isn't it, around how much do you want to spend? You know, they could just, especially on SPS, you just put it in, it just strips straight away.
You've got to be willing to lose it, haven't you? That's the thing.
Yeah, are you willing to lose it? If not, don't spend that amount of money.
Yeah, I agree.
Because... I mean, I've got to admit, when I bought that rainbow chalice, I've got to admit my ass was like switching. I was like, "What the hell, mate? If this dies, I'm dead. My missus is going to kill me, mate. Yeah." And I was persuading and saying, "Oh, I'll be all right. Look, my tank is fine." But deep down in my mind, mate, I was like, "Oh, please God, I hope this works. I hope this works."
A good investment, it's worth more.
And now, mate, it's like nearly covered in all those tiles. Now it's just like taken off that thing. It's like absolutely lovely. Stunning coral. It's lovely, but it's just like you said, it's just.
You can see the colour. It's under bright white, and it's still colourful.
Yeah, exactly, mate. They are stunning corals. Stunning corals. Yeah, beautiful. Look at that.
And it's under white. It's under bright whites. Look at the colours.
Yeah, that's a nice.
The white pings.
That's a nice colour.
I mean, look at the gonnies. How colourless they are without the blues.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalice do. They just
nuts.
Chalices. They do, mate. They look lovely.
Regardless of all of them, even if there's no lights on, that would still have a decent colour on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lovely coral.
Yeah, they are really nice.
Right, so John was saying, every time about Salafat, it reads 7.5, but it's actually 6.5.
Ah.
So that's what he was saying. It was it was 1 point higher, but it's not. It's 1 point lower.
Ah, right.
But even at 7.5 to 6.5. That's in the 6.5 is in the territory you think it should be a bit higher. So if you keep yours at 7 and that's at 6, your tank will be all right, but you're still probably on the realms of having too little in terms of alkalinity, aren't you? So that is a problem. Sure. Yeah. Right. Let's see what else we have got. There was a comment right at the very top. That was a question I was going to come back to.
What, someone's saying hello. You missed them.
No. I said I missed a lot of hellos. There was one here about how is one dealing with algae nutrients, control algae scrubbers, liar flow, blah, blah, blah. So how do you control algae?
So I've got algae, and I reckon to have a healthy tank, you've got to have a bit of algae. I have this little theory. And I don't use any lotions and potions. I just maintain it. So when I do a water change, I'll scratch a little bit off the back wall. I blast my rocks every few days. If there's a little clump on the sand, I'll just pick it out, manually remove it. It's just managing it. Scrape the glass when you get a bit of algae on there.
Yeah.
But I don't think the tank would be as colourful and as healthy if I went to try and really eradicate the algae, because I'd have no nutrients in the water, and then the corals would lose colour, and you lose the beauty of the reef then. And I think a healthy reef has algae. And it's just managing it either with cleanup crew, some very good utilitarian fish, or just manually remove it. But I think it's just part of the reef.
I agree.
I think it's a fair point, because I was reading saying this is about reefs, obviously, which are similar to our tangs, but very different because of the ecosystem. That you don't see much algae on the reef, but there's loads of algae on the reef wherever there's tangs, because tangs are going around pecking all of the time, and for them to survive, they need to peck all the time. So therefore, they keep it at bay, but it's there. And if the tang's not there, then there's loads of algae there. And I've got to say, I don't clean the back of the tank on this one, because I know both the algae blenny and the cherub are constantly pecking at that all day long. If there was no algae, I'd like less algae on the sandbed, to be fair. Yeah. But I live with it because I know the fish like it and they're healthy, and the corals are nice and plump. And if I took all that away, I may not have enough nutrients in the tank. Therefore, it causes a problem.
I agree. And lots of things, like you say, just nip at it each, the urchins nipping at the snails. If you get rid of that food source for those creatures as well, you got to replace it with something else. Yeah, I know you can put nori in, and you can put the algae rings and stuff like that, and they're all good. But if I've got algae on there 24/7, as long as it doesn't get out of hand, I know those fish. And they can't replicate the ocean, but they can replicate their behavior, which is nipping all of the time. And there's a food source there that's natural to them, because some of algae eaters, they'll eat mysis and stuff like that, but it's not their natural diet. How do you mix that up? So I think there's loads of ways of doing it. It's just in terms of algae control. But I don't. Whereas before it was like algae is bad, you shouldn't have algae. I'm with you, Joe. I'm not convinced it is bad because we don't like the sight of it. Doesn't mean it's bad. I think if week on week it's getting a lot worse, then you've got to think about doing something, maybe using Vibrant or something like that, I guess. But if each week you're removing the same amount of algae as you did the previous week, you're managing it, and you don't want to upset the ecosystem too much. I think hands off is better than hands on with many things. Yeah. What do you think, Steve? What's your algae? Look, you don't. I'm jealous because he doesn't really have any algae.
I mean, well, like Paul says, really, the tang is the big thing. Any tanks, just like I said, they just keep your tank spotless for algae. But I have got to admit, I have been fortunate in the sense that I don't have any clumps of algae. But you still get that film, that film of algae, that goes on the back wall. Everybody gets it, don't they? You know what I mean? Everybody gets it. But then the urchin goes around, and then the tang goes around, and stuff like that, and things like that. But I do agree that I think your tank definitely needs some sort of algae, some sort of, that organic in your system, because we talk about it all the time, don't we? Your tank is too clean. To me, that is bad. I mean, like my nutrients are low, not worryingly low yet, but they're on the low side, But I will. And even though I'm dosing loads of food, I think it's just because I've not got enough fish in my tank. I've just not got that bio load, in my tank where the fish is there and pooping and doing what they need to do. I've just not got that load, in my tank at this moment in time. So, all of the bio blocks that I've got in there, the balls and stuff like that, it's just sucking it up, mate. I've got the Clarice half open, I've got my skimmer comes on every 3 days now, I have it switched on. It's off for 3 days, then comes back on for 1 day, off for 3 days. So it's basically running twice a week, mate. You know what I mean? And I've still only got 3 ppm in nitrates in my tank. You know what I mean? So before it bottoms out, I want if I can't sort it out within the next week or so, then I'm gonna have to start maybe thinking about dosing some nitrate, into my tank. Maybe that might have to be the case.
Fish are gonna have a good few weeks. They're gonna get fed loads, aren't they? Basically,
you're gonna love it,
mate. Well, I've been feeding them for the past 2 weeks or so. 2 weeks or so. Every day. Do you know what I mean? Because just to get some nutrients up and all that. But nothing seems. No matter what I'm doing, doesn't seem to be raising up. Do you know what I mean? But we'll get there. We'll get there, and we'll figure something out.
We also get some pods as well. That help to bring down algae as well and manage algae, isn't it, Paul?
Well,
don't start talking about pods.
This was the chat we had just before we joined the live stream, wasn't it?
Yes. So I bought some pods, a small pack of them, and it was like £5.
They're called a shot of pods. Have you had a shot in the pub? It's about that big,
Yeah, I know, but I thought I'd try them out, and I paid £5 for a shot of pods. And I couldn't believe how much they were, and Jay thought that was good value because he gets his pods from Harrods. Basically, that was how the conversation went, wasn't it?
Basically, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I
usually I
like
get mine
that.
from
I
Lidl.
like that company. I think it's really good. And I
So do
bought
I.
a few. Yeah, I bought a few bits and bobs. Like, you know, that when you get the pods, they're so active in those little packs. But I know you feel that it was a bit too, I mean, it is expensive.
I thought it was a bit steep. The phytoplankton I thought was really good. I've used it and I thought it was good value. I just thought the pods was quite expensive compared to what I get elsewhere. And you said there was different kind of pods, and yeah, I saw one had 2 heads, one had a tail, one had 4 legs compared to 2.
They have.
So
Mate, there's about 5 or 6 different species of zooplankton in there. They're not all like one. And then you guys are saying, oh yeah, one's got 2 heads and the other one's pink and the other one's green.
Yeah. True that. Yeah.
That's how our WhatsApp grows, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, it's as highbrow as that. Yeah. So
bloody good company, if you ask me.
No, I don't. For the phyto, I agree. The pods, I'm not
Phyto,
convinced.
yeah. I agree.
Convinced.
Phyto, I think, yeah. Pod, for me, mate, yeah. Pod is a pod, yeah. It's as simple as that, yeah. Copepod is a copepod. It's we're not talking about copepods on steroids and all that here, mate. Yeah, we're talking about the copepod, aren't we? You know what I mean? Yeah.
You do get
He's not going to do anything different.
Species variations.
You know what I'm saying? Huh? Look, Colette's just put their pound bag at finest, mate.
I know, yeah, that is cheap.
And Reef Phyto.
You know what I'm saying?
I've got to say that's where I bought from.
Yeah.
As I say, I think the phytoplankton looks really good quality, and the price I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, it's always just 6 quid. It's 5 or 6 quid for 100 ml. That lasts me 6 weeks. I don't think that's too expensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the phytoplankton's all right.
Yeah,
I just
the
thought the pods was a bit too much.
Yeah. He's only upset because when he puts his pods in, they all disappear. He's like, "Where's my 5 quid gone?" He tries to stop the fish from eating them. He's that tight.
Oh, says Jay. Oh, how can you say?
We worked it out. We worked out on that WhatsApp chat. They cost about a penny each. There's that many in that bag.
Hang on a minute. How did we work it? I didn't sit there and count the pods.
There's about 500. I looked at your
photo and counted them. Is that what you did?
About 500.
How do you know there's 500 in there?
Because they're still on a photograph.
He counted them basically, Steve.
At worst, they were 2p each. I mean, come on, put a price on life, guys.
No, it wasn't that. Just I got it, opened it, and I thought, really, that's not 5 quid's worth of pods. That's my only comment. Yeah,
you like the blue and red, like the toothpaste packet.
Yeah, I know the ones you mean. The ones I usually get. Well, fish seem to like them.
Oh yeah, you won't let your fish eat them other ones. It costs too much.
Leave it in the fridge until it goes off. I'm going to count them every day.
He's hoping that they double.
Yeah. Here you go then, Jay. So,
here we go.
To cheer up, if you had this is a fact, yeah. Just to cheer you up, if for instance you had a mandarin like I have, yeah, a healthy mandarin goby can eat a copepod every 5 to 10 seconds during their daily routine. For example, 60 seconds. 5 to 10 seconds equals 6 to 12 copepods per minute. That's 60 copepods. 6 times plus 12 times 60 minutes is 360.
Should be on countdown,
mate. 360 to 720 copepods eaten in an hour.
Well, I'm glad you cleared that up at the end because I was lost with all them numbers at first.
Well, yeah,
that's a few shots, isn't it?
So Paul, your pods, if you had a mandarin, would have been done in less than an hour.
That would have been a waste, wouldn't it?
40 minutes.
Yeah, I hope that cheers you up. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, don't get a mandarin. If you're paying them, don't get a mandarin.
No. Well, put them in the back, and then they'll breed, and they'll migrate into the front.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
So it's an investment.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying? It's an investment.
Anyway,
right. Okay, so there's a question here. Will it be okay using a single dose DD pump to dose calc? Yes, but get one that's got a stepper. You have to get a stepper motor.
Stepper motor.
So you can run it for a longer period of time because your normal dosing pump, the pump head wouldn't last that long. They're not designed to run for long hours. So you need to get one that's got a stepper motor.
Someone's put quick maths.
Reef maths.
That's the one that says this coral costs £20. Well, it's not 20 quid anymore. This coral costs 50 quid. It's that kind of maths, isn't it?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh dear.
1 litre of fire from the RFS is about a tenner. Yeah, but is it as good though? Is it as juicy?
You'd have to take a photo and then count them, wouldn't you, for starters?
You'd have to get a microscope.
Then you have to get a kind of a roll call, and then you'd have to measure them to see how big they are, if there are any different ones. That's Jay's definition of pods, aren't they? They've got different kind of heads and legs. And
I feel like you're taking the mick out of me then.
No, I just stating the obvious, Jay. Because that's what you were saying to us. They got better quality. Like, they're not any old pods. They're the M&S pods, aren't they? That's what they into their Howard pods.
Until if Carlsberg made pods, they'd be the best pods anyway.
Something like that. I like the accent you put on there as well. You're looking for voiceovers now as well.
Yeah,
in the summer holidays.
It's because I'm losing my voice.
Yeah. Right. Something else about the Red Sea kit at LFS the other day looks awesome. Yes, I know the LFS have got them in stock. I haven't seen them. I haven't got them in stock. They've got them on show, haven't they? Right, let's see.
Yeah, the kit there. I like Red Sea stuff. Seems good. You can't cope with the chat, can you?
No, I'm just going down. And now the dog's starting.
Oh, God.
There was loads of chat about Orange and Lucozade and stuff like that, and I've just left that because I haven't got a clue what's going on with,
I don't know
with that. Right, so I'm just going down to see what else I can find. People have used MH and T5 for 20, 30 years. Why would you swap to the latest if you don't need to? And most people hate light changes. Absolutely, light changes. We talked about that before, about light changes.
That's a very fair point. T5, I mean, I like the look of T5s as well. I just think if you haven't got T5s to start with, then you might as well get the LED bars, don't you know? Yeah. But if I had T5s, I'd stick with them because they're the same effect pretty much, aren't they, when you see them? Yeah.
Oh, if only 16 people. If you've liked it, then like the chat.
Only 16 likes.
No.
Right,
probably because I've missed all the chat, to be fair.
End it. End it. No one's watching.
Thank you for that.
It's because you can't keep up with the chat, Paul. That's why everybody's getting
annoyed.
Well,
I've got to say, I was looking, I can't keep up with the chat, and then there was loads of chat I just didn't understand. It talks about Lucozade and Orange and stuff like that, and I just lost the plot on that.
Right.
And now I've got the dog going mad as well. So
well, I've given you a like. I think you've
thank you.
Done a sterling job as
well. Really?
Absolutely. As always, mate.
And there we go. All checkers we use aren't going to be 100% accurate as they're hobby grade. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Totally agree. And then there we go. Monitors can be good to monitor trends and your parameters. They make adjustments before something terrible happens. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Totally.
With that. It's that consistency, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
And then we've got battery backup and a generator.
Hey, check man.
Double bubble on that one.
Double bubble, mate.
Yeah. I'm going to be starting all the dogs off in the house in a minute, won't I? With all mine barking. Right.
True this, you know what? Exactly right, this, you know.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah. Yeah,
that is a very valid point, isn't it? You don't want to spend 200 quid on the backup, but you'll spend thousands on the livestock.
Which is no different to the heaters, is it? We're talking about heaters, which is like 40, 50 quid. Yeah, I have mine for years. I've changed it every year. And yet, as you say, it's one of the most important things to have. And it causes so many problems.
Saying that, I haven't got battery backup, so I fall into that trap.
There you go. If you spend 380, you can buy a petrol generator for that money.
Exactly.
Exactly. Then wake up.
Well, you can run everything on it, can't you? You can run enough everything. Well, you'll be able to run everything on it, mate. To be honest, so you might. Yeah. I mean, it might be a bit noisy, but never mind.
Well, you want that in the bedroom. Go in the back. Go next to the new tent.
Listen. Somebody could come and knock on my door, mate. Yeah, and say, "Why on earth have you got that?" And I won't even.
What will you say, Steve? Go on, play out the conversation.
None of your business. Why I'm running it. Simple as that, mate. It's got none of your business. I'm running it.
You could just show the tank and just say, you know what? Look, I've got a Reef tank here with lives to keep alive.
Yeah. Possible, mate. Could say. Depends on how they approach it, innit? You know what I mean? But but I'll probably say something like, yeah. Listen,
wherever they approach it, the answer's no, go away, isn't it? Just in different kind of language.
Yeah, I'd be nice at first, but then that's it. Not bothered, mate.
Someone's got alveopora growing like mad. Bought a goni and put it near in the alveopora, and it just died. Now alveopora is definitely a lot easier to look after because I've got one that's absolutely super. I don't know if they would. I don't know if they're incompatible.
I like alveopora. They look nice.
They are good. Yeah.
I had alveopora. I had them, and they were thriving, mate, growing like crazy. And then when my tank had a mini crash, when the heater went off, believe it or not, and stuff, and the temperature dropped crazy. Like they was the ones that died, believe it or not, the alveoporas. So
really,
I could keep alveopora, just goniopora. Yeah, just can't keep.
They're definitely a lot easier to look after. That's why I bought one as the first one to see how I got on with it, and then I bought a couple of goniopora since then. But
for sure.
Jelly Beanie's my next bite. Absolutely.
Yeah, they are super nice, mate.
If in doubt, don't buy that coral. Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
What's this one here? Tunzi Tabella safety connector, 40 quid and a couple of plug. Right. Oh, I see a couple of plug adapters, battery, and you've got a battery backup. Good option like that.
Yeah, very good. I like that.
There we go. My gold rim white chic went in this week, Steve. Purple and touchwood, all good. It hit for 3 days. Hopefully it's all right now.
Oh, yeah. They do take a bit of time to find their place in the reef, don't they? Like either their little hidey hole or their little swimming area and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is. It's you want them all to get on, but sometimes you just don't, do they? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's like, this is my territory. You're not coming into it. You know, that sort of thing. You know, it's hard, mate.
It's the territory and stuff like that. We say even like smaller fish. You think about damsels and other fish that are 6-line wrasse, just a different size, but still got the same issues in terms of territory and vicious.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we got depends on how much calc you're dosing. I think that goes back to the
step
about getting the doser. I think I think if you're not dosing that much, then you might be able to get away with the DD one. But I'd still go for a stepper because as you increase, because you run yours 24/7, don't you, Steve? And that's on a 350 tank, 2.5 liters.
In retrospect, you could always. I suppose I could run it 12. I suppose I could run it, when the lights are out. Really, ideally, you should run it when the lights are out. Yeah. You know, pH dropping and stuff, and
you balance it.
You could ride it. You could ride. Yeah, because you're always going to get a higher pH during the day than you are at night time. Do you know what I mean? So you could theoretically run it that way, and then dose the majority of the supplements through the day. You know what I mean? So have say, for instance, the dosing schedule of the Aquaforest. Have that dosing, more concentrated stuff in during the day, and I've basically run it. I've at the night time, then just run it on Calquasso because it should be able to run, doing it like that. But I just thought to myself, you know what? Let's just run it 24 hours a day and see where we go. Do you know what I mean? And touch wood, the pH never drops below 8.1. Do you know what I mean? It's always at 8.1, and it goes to about 8.25, 8.31.
That's
most days. So it seems to be in a pattern, going the same way. So I'm happy with the way.
But you've got a pH probe though as well, haven't you? So with the pH probe, it shuts it off if it goes too high. But obviously, if it goes too low, it doesn't do anything about that because your calc is not adjustable, is it? It's just flat for the whole time. But at least you can stop it from going too high.
Yeah, because it's blinked onto the apex, so it just shuts off. Yeah, if it goes above that. So it's straightforward. But you know what? It doesn't go to that 8.4 mark. Not that obviously. Well, it might do. Maybe the pH probe is. Maybe the pH probe is. I don't know. They're not super accurate, are they? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but like maybe I don't know. It could well do, but I mean, like it just gets that redundancy of like if it does go there, it shuts it off at 8.4. So, but it's not that bad, mate. I love it.
But it's the same with the pH probe. I mean, they're hobby pH probes. So again, you get some consistency on it. And if you calibrate it ever so often, you're going to get it within a range, aren't you? So again, with that, as we were saying earlier on about the other monitors and your test kits and everything else, it's there as a guide. It's not going to be bang on. But then if you had ICP, if you do 3 different companies' ICP tests, the results, even if it's the same file, they come back. Yeah. I haven't done it myself, but you've seen tests, they come back different because they're calibrated in a different way. And what they say is you get your ICP and you stick with that company because of the way they calibrate it.
There's an opportunity for a video there.
You know what? Yeah, that could be a good video, right?
It's an expensive video because you'd have to pay about 40. You'd have 300 quid at least.
Quid a shot, and you got postage as well. Yeah,
it'd be 100 quid.
I'm sure someone must have done it. I'm sure someone must have done a video.
Maybe not UK based. I don't think.
No,
I don't think. But
I mean,
watching that.
It'd be a good thing to do, that.
Steve, well, now there's the choice though, now, isn't there? Well, you got Reef's Element, you got ATI, you got Triton, Reef Factory. So you've got quite a few in the market now that are UK based, I think.
I could have done 2 at the same time. I'd set a Triton one off, and I've got a Reef Factory one here. And I haven't changed the water since, but so I could do a 2 one.
It would be good, yeah. Two would, even 2, yeah. Like, you know, the same stuff off.
Yeah, the Reef Factory. I've never used
it. So why did you do why did you get a different make one? Because you've always done Triton, haven't you?
So yeah, I always done Triton, and all my my account, my profiles with Triton. Yeah, and obviously they compare like previous tests, so you get all the analytics. But when I went to Love to Reef last year, Paul said you give the ICP the Reef Elements one.
Yeah,
go because I was dosing the manganese.
Of course, yeah.
And this one monitors manganese, but I've never used it. But yeah, so $25.99 now.
No, that makes sense, though, isn't it? Because obviously you're dosing their brand of that.
Yeah,
so they've done everything aligned
to match this.
They put in, which makes sense.
So you've had that a year and you've not sent it off.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
You sounded a bit like Paul with his KH keeper.
Slight difference in the price.
I just wanted to show you it without you figuring out.
Oh right. Oh, sorry, mate.
I've had it in the cupboard for a year and not done nothing with it.
Yeah, and Steve, that goes without the RO machine as well, doesn't it? Where's that one, Jay?
The RO. Yeah, where's that?
Yeah.
Go on, Jay.
Don't tell Ross.
Go on, Jay.
Don't tell Ross, but it's in the garage at the moment.
Don't tell Ross.
Oh, it's in the garage, is it? Heated. Yeah.
I haven't set it up yet.
So didn't we say that if I was going to do the KH keeper, that you would do the RO machine?
Well, maybe. Let's not get too hasty about these things. I'm a busy man.
So it was a bluff then, basically, Joe.
Busy man. I ain't got time tomorrow. It's a busy day tomorrow.
There was actually an earlier comment I missed. Surprise! That talked about spotless. I was going to avoid spotless because that never goes anywhere very well. Where is it? Can I find it? Someone was at Spotless, and the guy was there servicing the machines, and he was saying how many membranes there were amongst everything. Now, whether I can actually find the comment or not, because I didn't make it up.
Well, my tank's run on it for 2.5 years.
I know.
And Steve's has, I think.
That's pretty impressive.
No, 2 years, Steve.
3 years, isn't it?
Have you been using it before me, have you?
There we go. There we go. Spotless. Tamworth. Rep was there. 4 TDS meters, 16 filters, DI resin, UV, and giving free water away.
Yeah.
You can't knock that, can you?
Well, I'll tell you what. If there's any contaminants in that water, I'm Santa Claus, mate. Yeah, because I don't think I'm telling you that right now. Yeah. If all that stuff can't take that stuff on.
Kids watch this as well, you know. We don't ruin their dreams.
I know. Well, yeah, I don't care, mate. Listen. There's no way in a million years, right? Is spotless water not good enough? Yeah. What did it say? 16 what? Resin.
I can't find the comment again. It was 16 filters.
Yeah, don't be silly. Listen, that stuff. I tell you that now, mate. That stuff. I use it all the time. I love it. I love that stuff.
It's just easy and it's super cheap.
Giving it away for free.
Cost me £1 for a water change. 20 odd litres.
It doesn't cost Steve anything.
Well, he's probably sponsored by him, yeah.
I'm not sponsored by him. I wish, mate. I wish I was sponsored by him.
I wish you were sponsored. I want a sponsor. Where's bloody Yorkshire tea at? I can't believe
you've failed on that one, haven't you?
The number of, cups of Yorkshire tea I drink whilst I'm on my live stream and videos.
That's a good point. That ICP test you got for Zellerman, that do RO as well, because the Triton one doesn't, does it?
The Triton one definitely doesn't. Does this one? Give me to have a look.
Yeah, because I think there's elements you can do one that has got RO and one that hasn't got RO.
Yeah, there's one test. There is one ICP test that does them both in it.
Yeah,
the RO and it does say saltwater test, so that's a bit concerning.
Yeah, it doesn't do RO.
I'll have a look at the back information.
Yeah, clear as mud.
To be honest, mate, I don't know the answer to that one. But it does say UK Labs, right?
Which
and
helps.
Drippy Reefer,
Drippy
Reef Geek. He's sent off his Reef Elements one, and it's gone to Poland. I was like, why is it gone to Poland when they've got UK Labs? I don't get.
Sure, he hasn't got the Reef Factory one.
I don't know which one he's got.
It's probably the Reef Factory. Yeah.
I'll ask him.
Oh, maybe it's the Reef Factory, because that's your mate, isn't it, Steve? That was last week's live stream.
Yeah, my mate. Well, no, my mate knows them. Yeah.
So anyway, we're out of time. I'm almost at the comments. I'm near at the bottom.
We managed to get about at least a part of the comments, so well done.
Yeah, I got to the end. I might have missed most of them, but I got to the end. There you go. Tropic Marine does both.
Ah, there you go.
Right. So thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone who joined tonight. Really enjoyed it. And apologies if I've missed your comments, because I probably have. Thank you, gents, as always, for
thank you
being on the live stream tonight. And we're with you, Steve, next week, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. We are, yeah.
So have a great weekend, everyone.
Or a giveaway.
And hopefully, he's going to give away.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm going to say goodnight. So
the tang is up for grabs. Join in.
The rainbow chalice. Good night, everyone.
Well, no.